You might know his voice. You might have seen him in the biggest movies in the world, fierce, commanding, unforgettable. But what you don't know is the silence he came from. There was a time when he couldn't speak without stuttering. A time when he was just a boy, left behind by his father, raised by a mother who worked double shifts to keep the lights on. No spotlight, no red carpets. Just a boy trying to survive. And still, he dreamed. Not of fame, not of power, but of finding his voice. And what happened next is not just the story of an actor, it's the journey of a fighter. And if stories like this inspire you, please subscribe to Mystic English. We tell more than stories. We teach life. In the quiet corners of Chattanooga, Tennessee, a story began, not with a bang, but with a whisper that often caught in the throat of a young boy named Samuel Leroy Jackson. Born on December 21, 1948, in Washington, D.C., he was the only child of Elizabeth Harriet and Roy Henry Jackson. His father, Roy, lived far away in Kansas City, Missouri, and died of alcoholism. Samuel met him only twice. A distant shadow. Young Samuel grew up in Chattanooga, Tennessee, a place of stark lines, invisible yet iron strong, that divided black from white. He was raised by his mother, Elizabeth, a factory worker who later became a supplies buyer for a mental institution. He was also raised by his maternal grandparents, Edgar and Pearl Montgomery, and by extended family. A web of love. But the world outside their doors was harsh. He saw it. He felt it. The sting of being less than because of his skin color. This unfairness planted a seed of anger, a desire for change. Beyond the visible lines of segregation, Sam faced a private battle. A stutter, words stumbled, caught, refused to come out smoothly. This was deep shame. How could he speak his mind when his own voice betrayed him? He found refuge in books. Reading aloud, even with the stutters, became a way to practice. To fight back against the blockages in his speech. He learned a strange, raw method. He found that saying certain curse words, shouting them, helped him speak more clearly. A desperate measure, but it worked. The 1960s roared to life. A decade of change. The civil rights movement swept across the nation. Young Sam watched. He listened. He felt the fire of protest. In 1968, he enrolled at Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia. A historically black college, Morehouse was a hub of intellectual thought and civil rights activism. Here, Sam found his tribe. Students who questioned. Students who fought. He joined the movement, becoming an active voice. His activism was not just about marching, it was about demanding change. He participated in a protest that led to students holding members of the Morehouse College Board of Trustees hostage. This was a radical act. It showed his deep commitment, but it also brought consequences. He was suspended from Morehouse for 2 years. This moment, a mix of defiance and setback, shaped him. It showed him the power of collective action. It also showed him the risks. During his suspension, he worked as a social worker. This time, away from college, away from the structured academic life, was a period of reflection. It was during this time that he saw a path he hadn't considered before: acting. Back at Morehouse, after his suspension, Sam took a drama class. It was a revelation. On stage, the words flowed. The stutter, once a giant wall, seemed to shrink. He could embody other characters. He could speak their lines without the familiar struggle. the stage became a sanctuary, a place where he could be free. He discovered a deep passion, a purpose that resonated with his very soul. He poured himself into acting. He performed in plays, honed his craft. The anger and frustration he felt about the world, the pain of his past, could be channeled. They became fuel for his performances. He learned to use his intense presence, his deep voice, even his past struggles, to create real, powerful characters. After graduating from Morehouse in 1972, Sam moved to New York City. The city was a melting pot. But for a struggling black actor, it was also a crucible. He spent the next decade in the theater. Off-Broadway plays, small roles, grinding work. He was good. He was talented. But fame and steady money remained out of reach. He shared stages with other rising talents, like Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman, and Lawrence Fishburne. They were all hustling, all dreaming. The struggle was real. The dreams often felt distant. This period, meant for building a career, also saw him fall into a dark trap. Drug addiction. Alcohol and cocaine became his companions. They offered a false comfort, a way to escape the constant pressure, the rejections, the slow pace of his career. But the escape was a lie. His addiction began to take over. It affected his reliability, his focus. He was a good actor, known for knowing his lines and hitting his marks. But the drugs were a silent, destructive force. They stole roles. They stole time. He would show up to auditions with subtle signs of his addiction, signs that cost him opportunities. He was losing his way. His family watched. Heartbroken, the turning point came one night in 1990. His wife, LaTanya Richardson, an actress herself, and a rock in his life, found him passed out on the kitchen floor. It was a terrifying moment, a wake-up call. LaTanya, with fierce love and unwavering determination, told him, "Get clean," or she would leave. She gave him an ultimatum. He entered rehab. This was not a choice, it was a necessity for survival. Rehab was tough. It was a fight against himself. But he faced it with the same intensity he brought to his acting. He wanted his life back. He wanted his career back. And just 2 weeks out of rehab, a call came. Spike Lee, a director who had given him small roles before, offered him a part. Not just any part. The role of Gator Purify, a crack cocaine addict, in the film Jungle Fever. It was raw, it was painful, it was real. Jackson poured all his recent experience, all his inner demons, into Gator. He was thin, gaunt, still feeling the effects of his past. Security guards on set even mistook him for a local addict. This was a role that mirrored his darkest days. It was cathartic. It was a purging. His performance was so powerful, so true, that the jury at the Cannes Film Festival created a special Supporting Actor Award just for him. He was that good. Jungle Fever was his first film performance completely sober. He felt everything. It was a rebirth. This role was a warning and a promise. It showed him what he had lost. It showed him what he could gain. It solidified his commitment to sobriety. If he picked up a drug again, everything he had just achieved, this new, clear path, would vanish. The door had finally blown wide open. Hollywood began to take notice. Small roles grew into bigger ones. He appeared in Patriot Games and Jurassic Park, gaining recognition, showing his range. Then came 1994. Quentin Tarantino, a director with a unique vision, cast him in Pulp Fiction. This was the role that made Samuel L. Jackson a household name, an icon. As Jules Winfield, a Bible-quoting hitman, he was electric. His monologues, especially the chilling delivery of Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 17, became legendary. His style, his cool, his intensity were undeniable. He earned an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. Pulp Fiction was a cultural phenomenon, and Samuel L. Jackson was at its beating heart. From Pulp Fiction, his career soared. He became one of Hollywood's most sought-after actors. His unique voice, powerful and resonant, became a signature. His charisma filled every screen. He moved effortlessly between genres: action, drama, comedy. He brought his distinct energy to every part. He reunited with Tarantino for Jackie Brown, playing the slick and dangerous Ordell Robbie, a performance that further cemented their creative bond. Then came the galaxy, far, far away. In 1999, George Lucas brought him into the Star Wars universe as Mace Windu, a powerful Jedi Master with a unique purple lightsaber. This role introduced him to a new generation of fans. He was a force of wisdom and power, a crucial figure in the prequel trilogy. He made Mace Windu unforgettable. His intensity, his calm authority, perfectly suited the role of a Jedi. He became a part of cinematic history. He became one of the highest-grossing actors of all time. His name on a movie poster meant quality, excitement, and a performance that would leave an impression. He played Nick Fury, the eye-patch-wearing leader of S.H.I.E.L.D., in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, a role that became central to one of the biggest film franchises in history. He became known for his unforgettable lines, his explosive presence, and his ability to command every scene he was in. Samuel L. Jackson's journey is not just a story of Hollywood success. It is a powerful lesson in resilience. He faced the brutal realities of a segregated world, where opportunity was denied. He battled a stutter that threatened to silence his voice. He wrestled with drug addiction that nearly destroyed his life. Yet, he fought back. He found purpose in activism, a voice for justice. He found salvation in acting, a stage for his truth. His story is a testament to transformation. From a shy boy with a stutter to a global icon with a voice that booms across continents. From the depths of addiction to the pinnacle of sobriety and success, he proved that pain can be fuel, that rejection can be redirected, that inner struggles can lead to profound strength. His life reminds us that no matter how difficult the start, no matter how many obstacles appear, the human spirit can endure, it can adapt, it can overcome. Samuel L. Jackson's journey is a vibrant, cinematic epic of grit, talent, and the unwavering belief that, even in the darkest shadows, a light can be found, and a powerful voice can emerge. His story is a roar of triumph, a powerful message for anyone who has ever faced a struggle. Keep going, keep fighting, and let your unique voice be heard. You see, it's easy to admire someone once they've made it, but what truly matters is what they went through when no one was watching. He didn't give up when addiction hit. He didn't stop when the roles didn't come. He didn't lose himself when he was typecast, judged, overlooked. He kept going. And maybe that's all you need to do right now. Keep going. Your voice might be stuck. Your dreams might be quiet. But they're not gone. If this story touched you, don't just leave. Subscribe. Stay. Learn English. Learn life. Because here on Mystic English, we don't teach grammar. We teach you how to grow. We don't teach grammar. We teach you how to grow. Thank you for watching. We will meet again in the next video. Until then, take care of your dreams, your heart, and your words.